Sup guys, dinofries here and welcome to episode 18 of the dinofries show. This is my podcast where I mostly talk about gaming, and in terms of gaming, mostly indie games, but sometimes we talk about, pop culture, TV, movies, music, random stuff that I like to talk about or I got going on. I don't know. But let's just say this is a gaming podcast. So last week, and like exactly a week ago, I came out with an episode, and before that I hadn't come out with an episode for 10 months prior. And weirdly enough, it was super easy for me to sit down. Well, not super easy, but easier than I thought it would be to sit down here a week later and do another episode of my podcast. And the funny thing is that in that last episode of my podcast, episode 17, I, for the most part, talked about how I fell out of love with video games again, and that I had this plan on how to play more video games, and not just play more video games, but increase activity on my channel. As you can see, there's no uploads between now and my last podcast episode, so no gaming videos. And yeah, I've been playing games. I haven't put out a video, and that sucks. I guess I'm just still when I go to film a video, I'm oh, should I do it like this or that? And then I can't decide, and I just don't do it at all. But these are fun. I like doing these podcast episodes now, which is cool. I guess in a way, they're easier to just come on here and talk to you guys and shoot the shit with myself, really, but also with you guys, even though you guys aren't here and you're going to be watching or listening to this at a later time. I don't know, but this is pretty nice to do these kinds of videos. But there's gaming content on the way. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best format for my videos. I have OCD, big time OCD. I'm straight up medicated for it. And I like to do things a certain way, and when what I'm doing isn't uniform in some sense or another, it bothers me. So I'm trying to make a decision where hopefully it'll work out, and so that I don't grief about it later, if that makes any sense. But let me tell you guys what I've been playing for this past week. So this past weekend was the beta, the early access beta or whatever it's called, for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And yeah, I didn't spend $70 or whatever the heck it cost to get in. My brother has Game Pass, so I hopped on his account and just played a few rounds. And I gotta say, I've talked about this in a previous video before, but I absolutely loved Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, I think, World at War. I like the ones way back in the day when I was in high school, middle school, high school, I think. Those were really comfy in a weird way to me, and I think back strong, highly on those times. But I played a couple of hours of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and that magic just was not there for me. I don't know, there was I can see why people like and enjoy Call of Duty is because there's really a lull in the gameplay. You respawn and that, you die like that, you shoot someone and they die like that. It's very fast paced. Lobbies don't take that long to fill. I get it. I just felt there was no strategy involved. I didn't really I felt I was just running and gunning, sniping, whatever. I got bored quick, and I turned that shit off, and I instead went over and played some Deadlock. That's right, still playing Deadlock. Again, if you guys didn't watch my Deadlock video, I mentioned that I can invite as many people as I want. So send me a friend request on Steam and I'll get you in if you want to check it out. If you aren't aware, Deadlock is Valve's new MOBA. It's Overwatch meets MOBA. And yeah, if you have been playing, I'm still playing it. I hop on at least for 1 or 2 games every day. It's a nice game to take a break with and just hop on for a game. If you just need a break from work or whatever, I don't know, just it's great. It's so great. Character wise, hopefully this means anything to you guys, but I've been playing McGinnis for a safe bet, because she's pretty easy to play, and she's not really high risk, high reward. She kind of can just hang back, fight lanes, like fight trash. She's good. I love her. The turrets, the healing, the wall, super fun to play around with. Her ultimate, which is like a turret of like explosive. She's great. I also like playing Seven, obviously. If you play Deadlock, you know that like there's a Seven in every match because he's fantastic. Yeah, love Seven. Also, Seven's ult is insanely good and definitely needs nerfing. Besides those two, I also like to play Grey Talon, who's like the archer guy. There's not many like ranged characters. It's either Grey Talon or Vindicta. Vindicta's like the sniper. So I play Grey Talon, the archer guy. Good ranged character, fun to hang back and like shoot people from afar, float in the air, throw out his ultimate, which is like an owl that explodes, and it's like remote controlled. And then but my friend plays Grey Talon, his main or whatever. So when he plays Grey Talon, I'll hop on Ivy, and Ivy's pretty cool too. She's like a gargoyle, and she slows people with vines. She attaches a vine to her teammates to heal them and her, and she like drops down as like a gargoyle statue as like kind of a defensive move, but also like it stuns them. And then her ultimate is the best part. She like picks up a teammate and like flies around with them and then like throws them onto the enemy team, which creates like a bomb kind of effect and like stuns them. Super fun. Yeah, go check out Deadlock if you haven't already. Really good. And it's only an alpha, which is crazy. I also checked out Smite 2. I got access to Smite 2 through a previous job of mine where I wrote for a video game website, mmobomb.com. I had access to it, so I checked it out. They just launched, I guess it's called an alpha, but it's like online 24/7. So I hopped on to Smite 2 for a little bit. It's okay. I feel like it's crazy. Call of Duty and Smite 2, just compared to Deadlock, it's just not as fun. I know like that's kind of like bandwagony because I know everyone's talking about Deadlock and how good it is. But yeah, I don't know, like just in terms of a MOBA, Deadlock just hit better for me than Smite 2. And like I feel like Smite 2, like if it's not just gonna grab all the people who play Smite already to attract new players, like I don't know, like I played it a bit. I think the visuals were cool. I like the gods and their aesthetics. I just got bored. Like I felt like every match, like I don't know, like I was like doing the same kind of combinations, and like maybe I don't get Smite, but just wasn't for me. I might play a few more rounds. I was thinking of like making a video about it, or maybe just like stream it. Not sure yet. Not really sold on Smite, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I've also been playing Death Must Die. This is a game that came out earlier this year, I want to say. It's like an action roguelike, roguelite. I don't know what you want to call it. It's really great. I don't really know what to say about it. It's awesome. I love the pixel art. It's super easy to just jump into a game and play. It's also, I think, in early access, so there's only like 2 maps available right now. I don't know, but it's just a good game to like when you have a lull, just like play. It also plays phenomenal on the Steam Deck, but I've played it on my computer and my Steam Deck. Both work great. And yeah, I beat the first map with like a higher difficulty. That felt good. I beat the second map without any difficulty. I beat it for the first time. That felt good. I've definitely got to make a video about it someday, but yeah, I've been playing that. Cannot recommend it enough. I think I paid like $5 when I bought it. I'm sure it's still that price. Definitely worth it. Shout out to Death Must Die. Not sponsored. They didn't send me a code. I just bought that shit. It's a good game. And of course, I've been playing World of Warcraft Classic Season of Discovery. Not gonna say much on this, just that I'm still playing. Raid logging, if you guys know what that means. I've basically just been like signing on like once a week to do the raid with my guild because it's on a weekly lockout, which I was thinking of. I'm like, am I getting scammed here? Like paying like per a month for a game, like a subscription-based game, $15 a month-ish, and only playing it once a week because that's how like the lockouts work. Like I get why raids are on a weekly lockout to like keep things fair between other players, but like that's like the only thing I could really do at this point. I mean, I could do other stuff, but like that's like the big thing that I can do. I don't know. I have thoughts, but I keep playing because I want this weapon called the Azure Song Mage Blade. I'm a mage in the game, and I'm an undead mage, like a zombie chick. I just want my sword. I just want my sword, man. But what I've been playing the most, you guys, in this past week is this right here. So this device is called the Miu Mini Plus. It's just like an emulator for, you know, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy. I think it plays PlayStation 1 games, Super NES, all the good stuff, the old stuff. Great little device if you guys aren't aware of this. I've been playing this game called Pokemon Sea Glass. It is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald, and it changes it, as you can see, to be like Gen 2 graphics, like Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. Such an amazing game. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. Because like I've played Emerald before, and it basically is just Emerald, but the graphics and like there's also like quality of life changes. For example, like your Pokemon don't need to like know the HMs to like cut down trees and stuff like that. They also like changed up some Pokemon's typings, but like the graphics alone, so cool. I've been really enjoying it. Definitely recommend it if you guys are into Pokemon ROM hacks. That's what I've been playing. Now let's do some news. Okay, I got a couple of news here for you. So not this past week, I don't believe, but this anime MMORPG called Blue Protocol. It was out in Japan for I think a year or something like that, and it was supposed to come to the West. And Bandai Namco, and also like Amazon was publishing it. They announced that it's not coming to the West. They're just shutting it down completely worldwide, and I was super bummed out about this news. I actually played in the recent tests for I don't know, it was available in the States for a little bit. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Guess it's okay now. And I liked the game enough to be like still excited about it. Definitely had flaws. It definitely like needed a lot of work because I don't know, the combat was okay, but like there was nothing like do in the game, if that makes sense. But I like the look of it. I was really looking forward to this coming to the West, and now it's not, and I'm sad about it. Why can't we get a good anime MMORPG? Like, why is it so hard? The landscape is too like controlled by like Genshin Impact and like those kinds of games that like that's the only kinds of like anime games that people like make and gravitate towards. Persona's good too, but like I want a solid anime MMORPG, man. That's too much to ask for. Also, other news, Concord shut down after not even being out for 2 weeks. That's crazy. I watched like a review about it, and the person that was reviewing it said like the game was like solid, like as a, you know, arena hero shooter, like similar to Overwatch. Like they said like it played fine, like the game was good. But like the fact it makes total sense. Like the fact that it's $40, like how could you make a game like Overwatch and it not be free? Like it just needed to be free. Like I don't know if it would have succeeded more, if it would have had more players for sure. I don't know if it would have succeeded as free to play, because obviously the game is just like there's like no depth to it. But it's a shame. It's a shame that the studio that worked on it for 8 years and probably spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And this is what happens, you know. That sucks. I don't know. It just sucks. It's like I don't want to make fun of this because like it. At the end of the day, like that just sucks. And yeah, that's some gaming news. Other things I want to talk about, I guess. I haven't really watched much TV lately. I caught Longlegs, the movie. It's like a horror movie. It's got Nicolas Cage in it. It was alright. I don't know. I thought it would be scarier. People were like hyping it up to be like super friggin' scary, and I was like watching it like, oh my gosh, like should I be watching this? Wasn't that scary. It was more like a thriller, and not that great of one, if I'm gonna be honest. And yeah, in terms of music, I guess, if you guys are into hardcore metal, there's this band called Throne that just released a new album called Excessive Guilt. It goes super friggin' hard. Definitely recommend it. Go check it out. It's been like my go-to every time I go to the gym now, for sure. It's so good. It really gets the blood pumping. And yeah, I guess I don't really have much to say. I think we're coming to a close here. Something I do want to point out, though, is that I went to this trivia night the other day, and it was like all around, like it was around like video games, but also like pop culture and like geeky nerdy stuff. And man, I didn't know shit. I couldn't believe it. Like I did know some of the gaming ones, but some of them were like real deep cuts in like gaming. I also like don't know much about like sci-fi and stuff like that. Like there was like a question, and like it had to do with like Star Trek series. And apparently there's like 20. That was crazy to me. But yeah, it turns out, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to a trivia night, and think like you know this shit, you might not know that shit, and that's what I found out. I will, however, be going again because it was very fun. All right, that's a wrap. That's all I got for this episode. I do, however, want to give a quick shout out to my man August Van Casteren. Homie reached out to me via email after following up on my last podcast episode. Wanted me to check out his game called Idle Classes. Just want to give a shout out to him because I feel like I don't get many, I don't know, just like to know that someone watched my stuff and listened when I was like, yo, let me know about games you want to play. Homie reached out with his own game, but still pretty cool. I do apologize. I'm just not into idle games. Probably one of my least favorite genres. I apologize. But link in the description below. It's free. It's on itch.io if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, thanks, August. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching or listening. Be sure to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below. Let me know movie, TV, anime, music suggestions, in addition to obviously game and stuff. Just let me know down below. And yeah, thank you guys again for watching / listening. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.